Okay, we are back on Insert and the Bright Map Notes. So it's interesting. So we click the button and we have it already. Bright Map Notes. Oh, I don't need another one, so I'm gonna remove it. So yeah, we have everything. And now we click the button, add a new group layer to the contents pane named Bright Map Notes. So expand the Bright Map Notes layer to see that it contains point, line, polygon, and layers. So this is lines. Whoa, cool. And we have a polygon. So we expand these three layers to see their predefined symbols. Collapse the Bright Map Notes group by clicking the little arrow on the left of the click box. So in the project pane, we will browse. We're gonna bring it back, so it's not project pane, it's catalog pane now. So the catalog pane, we browse and expand the home database. And then we notice that the three feature classes have been added to the geodatabase. So right here, cool. And these classes are the data source for the map notes layer that were added to the map. Now we're going to create a new feature. Yeah, excited. Create new feature is very nice. That now we're going to go to the edit bar. Edit. So now we will say create. Okay, and once we create, this button opens the create feature, which is right here. Create feature pane on the right of the map. So this pane allows we to join new features in any of the layers marked as editable in the map. So by default, all layers are editable, so we will change that so that we don't accidentally add new rivers, parks, census tracts, and so on. Alright, in the contents pane, we will click the list by editing toolbar, which is right here. The list now displays all the layers with a checkbox next to each one to define whether they are editable or not. Now we're going to click clear all but the Bright Map Notes layer. So I'm not here, not here, not here. Okay, so we just want to edit the Bright Map Notes, everything here. Confirm that they are checked. Alright, so notice that as we click to clear the other layers, the create feature pane on the right hand side, actually they don't show up here. Alright, so because I think I select this, so nothing show up here for create features. So let's see, Los Angeles, and then Los Angeles is added. So okay, now Los Angeles disappear. It's good to exploring here. Perfect. And now we switch back to the list by drawing order by clicking this button. On the top of the contents, so we still can see a lot of layer. So we add a purple star point near the area of interest by clicking the star 4 icon. So star 4 icon from the create feature pane on the right hand side of the application, and then click the spot on the map. So to stop adding stars, we click the explore button. To delete unwanted star, we will just do undo button. So I want to add many stars. If I don't want it, I can just delete. Alright. And go back to map and explore, so I can select there, and then I can delete. The keyboard is not working. Go back here. Can I was on explore. I'm gonna select. gonna delete. Alright, so okay, then clear again. Alright, so save all the changes. So now I have all those gonna move around. Yeah. Oh, I don't need to. Oh, if I want to move the star, so let me see. I can select on it. There, I can move it. And there. So we practiced this before. Perfect. So now we have a star. We will continue to search for park areas. We will keep following rivers and look for likely places for a park. Our river is here. I'm gonna clear. I don't want to move anymore. I don't need select. I'm gonna save it first. Yep. Alright, so now create feature as well. Okay, now I'm gonna back to map, explore. I'm gonna to the side. So if I want parks here, okay, we click the explore button on the map tab and pan north. So a little further north again, on the east side of the river, there was a medium density, lower income area with just one park. Which is right here. We can make some parks here. Alright. Then pecan, I don't see pecan, but I do want to put some parks here. Oh, Los Angeles. Okay, then median income, low income. Where's my river? Alright. Low park. Let's put it somewhere here then. Okay, so where my star? Now pick on ground in the general vicinity with a prefer a high density neighborhood, but since we don't yet have a specific criteria for the analysis, we want to be inclusive rather than exclusive in the access. So it's up to everybody to mark this area. All that really matters is that we start to gain a sense of the study area. And now add another purple star in this area by going back to the edit bar and click the star 4 icon. So star 4, gonna put one here then. Alright, maybe put 2, 3. The area upon Dodge Stadium on the east side of the river is medium density, lower income and park pool, which makes it rich with possibility for a new park site. So now I'm gonna go to bookmark the stadium. Alright, so I'm gonna put some park here, park here, park here. Add another purple star in this area. We will mark other areas seem promising to you. Click save. Mark other area that seem promising to you as we navigate to the Griffin Park. So Griffin Park, I don't know which one is Griffin Park. Maybe it's here. Alright. Oh, Griffin Park is right here. Remember that the yellow line marks the city limits, so the area north and east of the park on the part of Los Angeles and shouldn't be considered. So once we get around this park, we may find fewer likely areas, but remember there was no right or wrong answer here. But now we have finished marking promising zones. Zoom to the layer bright point notes. So now I'm gonna go back to edit and save all my edits. When prompt to save all clicks, so we will just say yes. We close the create feature pane and close this, and any open tables we will save the project, and we're going to move around. So now we have explored the study area around the Los Angeles River. We will begin to list the data requirements for the project and begin previewing the data that meets the project needs. So this data can also help us to frame the problem and park criteria in more detail by replacing general guidelines with hard numbers and thresholds. So, perfect. Gonna click save. And now we're going to preview the data. So we need the right data to solve the problem. So what is the right data? It's good that we're gonna explore right now. So now we can proceed more systematically. What data do you have and how useful is it? Is the data that we need but don't have? Has the problem been stated clearly enough for us to know what data we need? Acquiring, evaluating, and organizing is a big part of an analysis project. So here it doesn't fully recreate the complexity of the real world because we have provided all the basic data required. On the other hand, much of the data isn't project ready, and that need for further preparation reflects the real world of GIS. The first thing we will do in here is draw up a planning document to help keep the task in focus. We will use this document to list the guidelines for the new park and translate them into specific needs for spatial and attribute data. After we itemize the data requirements in general terms, park data, river data, and so on, we will take stock of the source data and investigate its spatial and attribute properties. We will also familiarize ourselves with metadata, which is the data that we have about the data. So metadata is data about data. Before we decide to use a particular data set, we may want to know things such as who made the data, when, and what standard of accuracy. So once we have a better working knowledge of the data, we will reframe the problem statement. So GIS is a quantitative technology. We don't analyze a problem until it's being stated in measurable terms. It's interesting. So we cannot analyze a problem until it's stated in measurable terms. I like this sentence. GIS is a quantitative technology. We cannot analyze a problem until it has been stated in measurable terms. Wherever we find the city council guidelines to be vague, we will replace them with hard numbers. Cool. So we will list the requirements. We must relate the guidelines for the new park to data requirements for the project. And now we will open the data requirement table. That we made a table in advance to help us to track the requirements. So even in form document, but it will still be helpful, we can refer to as the data requirement table. So now it's in the park site. So the park site, we double click the file data requirement table doc to open it in Microsoft Word if we don't have a Microsoft Word. I do have one. So now back to Explore. Did I save everything? Why it's still in star? Go back to map. Okay, now back to Explore. So I should be fine. All right. So project, and I don't have to save it. Okay, perfect. All right. So now I'm gonna back here. Open in location. So now river, park site. So park site, maps and more. Okay. There. Wow, it's a really nice table. Let's see. Landscape. Wow, it's beautiful. Okay. We will list the requirement. So now here we have a requirement and define it, spatial data, attribute data, data set, preparation, pieces of land legally surveyed and described and record with a county or other administrative body are called parcels, land parcels. Cool. And we will list the requirements. So in this section, we will review the City Council guidelines, refer to park guidelines. Here under frame the problem and describe in a general way the data needed to satisfy them. We will get to the specifics of choosing data sets here. The first guideline was to find a vacant piece of land at least 1/4 acre in size. We can break this down into 3 requirements. So land parcel, vacancy, and size. So now the requirement for a land parcel is already listed in the table. We need spatial data representing parcels so that we can see